Hi, I'm Lize from MosaLingua. If you're watching this video, it might be because you want to learn a language but are afraid to fail. Today, I want to help you get your confidence back. Let's check the most common reasons why people fail or give up learning a language, so you can be sure you won't fall into the same traps. With our tips, you won't be able to fail at learning a language, even if you try. Before I go any further, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more language learning tips. Click the red button down below so you'll not miss any of our videos. And if you're watching this video on Facebook, Instagram, or other social platform, don't forget to like it and follow our page. As part of the MosaLingua team, something I unfortunately hear very often is, I hope you guys can make me learn a language. So a very common reason why some people fail at learning a language is simply because they think it's somebody else's job, instead of seeing it for what it really is, a great personal conquest. A conquer that will be yours and yours alone, that will help broaden your world and will open you many doors, personally and professionally, but that will, of course, ask for your time and commitment. Yes, it's a personal journey, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't get support along the way. So, if you decide learning a language by yourself, one challenge that you must be up to is choosing the right learning material. Not because there aren't enough options out there, but exactly the opposite. You'll find so many learning resources online that you might actually have a hard time choosing. Here, I have 2 tips for you. First, choose one learning resource that can help you with the foundation of language learning, which is building a basic and useful vocabulary. You don't know where to start? We have published another video about how to choose the right learning resources. So, check the link up here and on the video's description. Second, choose additional material that can add some variety to your learning process and help you start using the vocabulary you're learning. If you want to solve both issues in one place, you might also try MosaLingua Web. On this online learning platform, you not only have access to a great deal of words and sentences to memorize, but also to videos, graded tests, ebooks, audiobooks, and tons of other learning resources that will help you put this vocabulary in practice and keep improving. And you can test all these amazing tools and resources for free. Check out the links on screen and on the video's description. Once you've chosen your main learning resource and some extra material, step number 2 is start practicing daily. And that leads me to the next reason why some people fail at learning a language. The key to success is regular practice, not talent. But there's a common misconception that I want to clarify. Practicing a language doesn't necessarily mean that you have to sit on your desk, open a book, and study for 3 hours a day. That's actually something that you should avoid if you don't want to get bored and give up. Instead, make your target language part of your daily routine. So, dedicating just 10 minutes of your day to learn vocab with your MosaLingua app is a good start. Once you have made vocab review a habit, 30 days in a row is about right. Complement your practice with other material and activities. If you want to learn more about how to incorporate language practice into your routine and how to create good habits, scroll down to the video's description. Grammar is a controversial issue in the language learning community, but I'll make a simple comparison to illustrate our point of view here at MosaLingua. Would you be able to learn how to swim from scratch simply by reading a very detailed book, one that describes all the movements and physics involved in swimming, even before you get into the water? Well, me neither. Please don't get me wrong. Grammar is a wonderful tool, a tool to help you improve once you reach a certain level and start feeling an urge to a more in-depth look at the language's structure. But choosing it as the very basis of your learning process will only make it harder, less natural, and less fun. We can actually use the same analogy here. The best way to learn how to swim is swimming. And the best way to learn how to speak a language is, of course, speaking. Waiting until they are ready to start speaking and using a language is another reason why many people give up. Because most of us will actually never think we are ready enough. But speaking is an important step if you want to keep moving forward on your learning path. On one hand, because to most people, learning a language is actually a means to an end, which ultimately is communication. And on the other hand, because speaking will help you gather up all the pieces of the language puzzle and to put them together to make it look like the picture on the box. When you put all together, you realize just how far you've come. So, my personal approach to this, at first, just talk to yourself. Throughout your day, just try to think about your daily routine and your tasks in your target language. This way, you soon have confidence enough to start looking for a language partner and to really start to have fun practicing your language skills. Not having a clear learning goal is another common mistake among people who fail at learning a language. Just wanting to learn Spanish is too broad of a goal and one that is difficult to measure. It helps a lot if you can prioritize one or two skills and come up with a goal that is more specific. Do you want to be able to watch the latest Marvel movie without subtitles? Or read your favorite Émile Zola book in French instead of the translation? Also, keep in mind that this goal could and should evolve as part of your learning process. Whenever you conquer your first goal, it's time to set another. Continuously challenging yourself with a new skill to pursue is a great way to keep you motivated and improving. Well, self-sabotage is the last, but by no means the least common issue that I want to talk about in this video. I wish I had a dime for every time someone told me I really wanted to learn Spanish, but I don't have time. Or I'm not gifted for languages. I don't think I'll ever be able to learn French. I know that languages seem to be something that comes easier for some people, but the truth is that everybody is able to learn a foreign language. For some of us, it might take more patience, more dedication, better strategies or study habits, or even a better understanding of the learning style that works for us. But to say that what's holding you back is not being gifted for languages is not a good excuse. That's why I wanted to end this video with a quote from Canadian linguist and polyglot Steve Kaufman, who says that in language learning, it's attitude, not aptitude, that determines success. So, now that you've heard all the main reasons why people fail at learning a language, you already know all the pitfalls to avoid. And you are ready to make choices that will really help you to steer clear of them. Just roll up your sleeves and happy learning.
If you learned something new from this video, give it a thumbs up. Then, hit subscribe and turn on your notifications. Have a look around our channel for more hacks and tips. And if you're watching on another social media platform, like or follow our page. See you next time.